Hi, so on the DRZ 2008 plate barn-find rebuild, I forgot to add something. Well, not forgot to add it, it was tucked in down here, but I forgot to sticky it to this dash here, and that is a tachometer that is literally just velcroed with really strong adhesive velcro tape. Now these tachometers give you an RPM reading on the bike, so we're just gonna fire it up. I'll just put the camera down so you can see what I'm talking about. So there we go. Turn it off. It's giving an RPM reading on for your DRZ 400, and it is really simple to install and it's really cheap to install. There's no wiring or anything like that. Now this little unit here comes with a lead attached to it, and you route that lead in, and all you do is it comes with loads of spare lead, and you just wrap it round your spark plug wire, okay, between your CDI unit and your actual spark plug cap. Okay, so what I've done is I've routed that through, and I ended up winding it round about 10 or 11 times, literally tight round the spark plug HT lead wire of the bike down here. And then what that does is then it monitors the electric flow through the HT lead, and this is battery operated, and it gives you a RPM reading here on your dashboard here. I know there is other things like the Vapor Trailblazer and all this malarkey readouts, but if you've got the original OEM dash, which is always good to keep, and it is highly recommended that you keep this if it's working, you can add one of these and see your RPMs, and these RPMs figures will help you on idling as well, tuning, lowering, you know, your idle readings down on your bike, so you can see how low you can go really on the numbers without trying to gauge it and tune it by ear. Okay, now if you've got an SM, the things that you need to know: the SM is a supermoto version, and they come generally with a totally different headstock unit here, which you can modify if you've got an S or an E. Okay, you can do that. There is various ways of doing that, so you get this flat panel here underneath this tachometer where it's velcroed to mount it to. If not, then you've got to devise a way of mounting this to your normal triple clamps, which are totally different on an S or an E, because you're not going to have this flat bar. You're going to have a set of triple clamps here holding your bars either side, but you're not going to have this centerpiece to mount this to. And I know because one of my mates, Kyle, who's got one of my DRZ 400 SEs, has just got the triple clamps and then a piece of bar in the middle. But hey, I think you can still velcro this to a section of bar in the middle here, right? So all is not lost, and the velcro is strong enough to hold that. So you DRZS and E owners out there can mount this and just stick it to that center bar there, and the velcro is far more strong enough to hold that unit. And as you've seen, it's given an RPM readout. It's cheap as chips, it's battery operated. These are available on like Amazon and eBay. Just have a look at this and just Google it. They are nothing special whatsoever. Just remember, before you stick your Velcro tab on the back, to undo them 4 little screws and pull the little bit of plastic out of the circular battery at the back that energizes the unit and powers it up. Because if you put your Velcro on and then you don't do that, then you're not going to be able to turn it on. Okay, but this is a really cheap way of adding a tachometer, which is an RPM gauge, and it is also an hour meter for your bike, so you can gauge how many hours you've done, not just mileage for when you need to interim service your oil. Okay. Something I forgot to video yesterday when I did the bike, because this had fallen down there and I totally forgot about it when I did video 15 on the DRZM Balm Find restoration project. But for you guys out there, this will time out eventually and turn off on its own with inactivity, so you don't need to worry about it. Just replace the battery every 1, 2, 3 years, however long it lasts. Alright, thank you very much guys, cheers, bye bye.